Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something really practical. We are going to expand your English vocabulary. We've picked out 30 words from the Oxford 5000 list.
Yeah, these are particularly useful if you're around that intermediate level.
Exactly, and we won't just define them. We're giving you 5 example sentences for each one.
Right, so you can really see how they're used in context. The idea is to help you understand them, use them, and just feel, more confident.
Okay, let's jump right in. First word, transaction.
Okay, transaction. Basically an instance of buying or selling. A business deal.
Simple enough, like the bank processed the transaction quickly.
Right. Or maybe every purchase involves a financial transaction.
Makes sense. How about we had a smooth transaction when buying the car? Always nice when that happens.
Yeah. Also important, keep a record of all your online transactions.
Good point. And finally, the details of the transaction are confidential.
Okay, next up. Transcript.
Transcript. So that's a written or printed version of something spoken, right?
Exactly. Like, I requested a transcript of the interview.
Or the court reporter prepared a full transcript of the trial.
You might also find one online. You can read the transcript of the president's speech online.
People often take notes and then check them against the official record. She took notes while listening and later checked the transcript.
And ideally, the audio recording and the transcript match exactly.
Okay, moving on to transformation.
Transformation. That's a really big change, often quite dramatic, in form or appearance.
Like the classic example, the caterpillar underwent a complete transformation into a butterfly.
Definitely. Or, on a larger scale, the city has seen a major transformation in recent years.
It can be personal, too. Yoga can lead to a positive personal transformation.
And buildings change. The old factory's transformation into apartments was impressive.
And think about technology. Technology has brought about a rapid transformation in communication.
Our next word is transit.
Transit. So carrying goods or people or just passing through a place.
Yeah, exactly. You might hear the goods were damaged during transit. That's a common issue.
Or talking about getting around. Public transit in the city is efficient.
There's an astronomical use, too. We saw the moon in transit across the sun.
And at airports. Passengers in transit often have to wait at the airport.
Or tracking delivery. The package is currently in transit and will arrive soon.
Okay, then there's transmission. Sounds similar, but different.
Right. Transmission is the process of transmitting something or just the fact it is transmitted.
Like diseases. The transmission of the disease was prevented by hygiene measures?
Exactly. Or data. We experienced a delay in the transmission of data.
Cars have them too. The car has a smooth automatic transmission.
And communication tech. Radio waves are used for the transmission of sound.
So generally, understanding the transmission of information is crucial.
Which leads nicely to the verb transmit.
To actually cause something to pass from one place or person to another.
Yep, like viruses can transmit easily from person to person.
Or signals. The radio station transmits its signal across the region.
And power. Electrical wires transmit power to our homes.
You can transmit information, too. She transmitted the document to her colleagues.
And even feelings, sort of. Be careful not to transmit your worries to the children.
Next up, transparency.
Transparency. That's the condition of being transparent or, open and honest.
Right. Politically, the government promised greater transparency in its dealings.
And in business. We value transparency in our business operations.
Literally, the transparency of the glass allowed us to see inside.
It's key for finance. Financial transparency is important for investors.
And teamwork. Open communication builds transparency within a team.
And the adjective form is transparent.
Meaning you can see through it, or it's just really obvious or honest.
Yeah, like the water was so transparent that we could see the fish.
Or describing someone's explanation. He gave a transparent account of his actions.
Companies aim for it. The company aims to be more transparent with its customers.
Simple example. A glass window is transparent.
And emotionally, her honesty was transparent to everyone.
Okay, let's talk about transportation.
Transportation. The action, process, or means of moving people or things.
Pretty common word. Public transportation in the city is improving.
It has costs. The cost of transportation has increased.
Many ways to do it. Different modes of transportation are available.
It's vital for the economy.
Yeah.
Efficient transportation is vital for trade.
And the environment. They discuss sustainable transportation options.
Next, trap.
Trap can be a physical device or like a trick.
Right. Literally.
Right.
They set a trap to catch the mouse.
Or figuratively. He fell into the trap of believing everything he read online happens easily.
Police use them. The police laid a trap for the criminals.
A warning. Be careful not to step into any hidden traps.
And if something seems too good to be true, the job offer seemed too good to be true, it was a trap.
Then we have trauma.
Trauma. A really deeply distressing or disturbing experience.
Like after an accident. The accident caused him significant trauma.
People often need help. She sought therapy to deal with her past trauma.
Just witnessing something can be bad. Witnessing the event was a traumatic experience?
It can have long-term effects. Childhood trauma can have long-lasting effects. Support helps. Support groups can help people heal from trauma.
Okay, a nicer word. Treasure.
Treasure? Yes.
Yeah.
Precious metals, stones, valuable objects, or something highly valued.
Classic image. Pirates buried their treasure on a secret island.
Museums have them. The museum displays ancient treasures.
Can be sentimental. Family photographs are often considered a precious treasure.
Or finding something unexpected. He found hidden treasure in the old house. And knowledge can be treasure. Learning a new language is a lifelong treasure. That's appropriate for our listeners.
Ah, indeed. Next, treaty.
Treaty. A formal agreement between countries or states.
Like the two countries signed a peace treaty.
They cover various topics. The treaty addressed trade and security issues.
It takes time. Negotiations for the treaty lasted several months.
Both sides have to agree. Both sides agreed to the terms of the treaty.
And the goal is often positive. The treaty aims to prevent future conflict.
Okay, tremendous.
Tremendous just means extremely large or great. Very big.
Like, they achieved tremendous success with their new product.
Or negative, the storm caused tremendous damage to the coastline.
Describing talent. She has tremendous talent as a musician. Or enthusiasm. The audience showed tremendous enthusiasm for the performance.
Facing difficulty. He faced tremendous challenges but never gave up.
Moving to tribal.
Tribal, relating to a tribe or tribes.
You might see it used like this. The museum have an exhibition of tribal art.
Or describing practices. Tribal customs vary greatly around the world.
Research might focus on. He studied the social structure of the tribal community.
Sometimes used in development contexts. The project aims to support tribal development.
And unfortunately, conflicts can sometimes arise between tribal groups.
Which brings us to tribe.
Tribe. A social group often linked by family, culture, language, usually with a leader. A traditional society concept.
Like the anthropologist studied the customs of the local tribe.
Highlighting diversity. Different tribes have their own unique traditions.
Lifestyle might be mentioned. She is a member of a nomadic tribe.
How they live. The tribe relied on hunting and fishing for survival. And values. Respect for elders is important in many tribes.
Right? Tribunal.
Tribunal. Basically a court of justice, often for specific types of cases.
You hear it internationally. The case was brought before an international tribunal.
Or for specific issues, the employment tribunal deals with workplace disputes.
Appearing before one, he was summoned to appear before the tribunal.
Its function. The tribunal will investigate the allegations.
And its power. The decision of the tribunal is legally binding.
Next word is tribute.
Tribute, an act, statement, or gift to show respect, gratitude, or admiration.
Like the concert was a tribute to the famous musician.
Or personally. He paid tribute to his teachers for their guidance.
Monuments can be tributes. The monument stands as a tribute to the fallen soldiers.
Receiving them. She received many tributes on her retirement.
Creating one. Writing a song was her way of paying tribute.
Then trigger.
Trigger. There's a verb here meaning to cause an event or situation to happen. to set something off.
Like an alarm. The alarm was triggered by the smoke.
Or allergies. Certain foods can trigger as allergies.
Larger scale events. The economic crisis triggered widespread unemployment.
Physical reactions. A loud noise can trigger a startle response.
Or discussions. The new policy triggered a lot of debate.
Okay, a big number. Trillion.
Trillion. That's a million, one followed by 12 zeros.
We hear it with large sums of money. The national debt is now over $1 trillion.
Or company values. The company's market value reached €1 trillion. Just emphasizing size. $1 trillion is a very large number.
Astronomy uses it. Scientists estimate there are trillions of stars in our galaxy.
Government spending. The government announced a multi-trillion-dollar investment plan.
Next, trio.
Trio. Nice simple one. A group of 3 people or things.
Like a musical trio performed at the restaurant.
Or in sports.
No.
The winning team was a trio of talented athletes.
Cooking. The recipe requires a simple trio of ingredients.
Friend groups. They formed a close-knit trio in college.
Film or theater. The director often works with the same trio of actors.
Okay, triumph.
Triumph. A great victory or achievement. A real success.
Like winning the championship was a great triumph for the team.
Or personally. His recovery from the illness was a personal triumph.
In science, the discovery was a scientific triumph.
Celebrating it. They celebrated their triumph with a big party.
Overcoming challenges. Despite the difficulties, they achieved a remarkable triumph.
Now for troops. Usually plural troops.
Right. Soldiers or armed forces.
Like the general commanded the troops.
Deploying them. More troops are deployed to the border. Coming home. The troops returned home after the war.
Referring to individuals.
Mm-hmm.
She is proud of her son who is serving in the troops.
In parades. The parade featured a large number of troops.
And what do winning troops or teams get? A trophy.
Trophy, yes, a cup or decorative object awarded as a prize.
Like the team proudly displayed their trophy.
Winning one. She won a gold trophy for her performance.
Keeping him, he keeps his trophies on a special shelf.
Celebrating with it, the winning athlete lifted the trophy above his head.
The sign of success. The club has a long history of winning trophies.
Okay, getting near the end. Troubled.
Troubled means having problems or difficulties, worried or facing issues.
Like a business.
Yeah.
The company has been troubled by financial difficulties.
Or a person's expression.
Yeah.
He looked troubled and worried.
The economy. The troubled economy led to many job losses.
Offering help. They offered support to the troubled family.
International relations. The country has a long history of troubled relations with its neighbors.
Next, trustee.
Trustee, a person or firm that holds and manages property or assets for someone else. A beneficiary.
Right, like for a charity. She was appointed as a trustee of the charity.
Their role. The trustees are responsible for managing the funds. Can be long-term. He served as a trustee of the university for many years.
In wills. The will named his lawyer as the trustee of his estate.
And they meet. The trustees meet regularly to discuss investments.
Okay, tsunami.
Tsunami, a very large, long sea wave, usually caused by an earthquake or similar disturbance under the sea.
Yeah, often triggered by seismic events. The earthquake triggered a massive tsunami.
Geography matters. Coastal areas are vulnerable to tsunamis.
The impact? The tsunami caused widespread destruction.
Preparation. Early warning systems can help save lives during a tsunami.
And study. Scientists are studying the causes and effects of tsunamis.
Almost there. Tuition.
Tuition. The money charged for teaching, especially by a school, college, or university.
Can be expensive. The tuition fees at this university are quite high.
Saving up. She is saving money to pay for her tuition.
Financial aid helps. The scholarship covers her tuition and living expenses.
Payment options. They offer different payment plans for tuition.
It's a big concern. Rising tuition costs are a concern for many students.
Turnout.
Turnout. The number of people who attend or participate in something, especially voters in an election.
Like, the voter turnout for the election was surprisingly high.
Or for meetings. We had a good turnout at the meeting.
Low numbers. The low turnout suggests a lack of interest.
Organizers like it high. Organizers were pleased with the large turnout for the event.
Encouraging participation. They're trying to encourage a higher turnout among young voters. And our final word is turnover. Has a couple of main meanings.
Right. Can be about employees leaving and being replaced.
Yeah, like the company has a high employee turnover rate, which usually isn't great.
Or it can be the total amount of money a business receives in a period.
Exactly. For example, the store had a large turnover during the holiday season, meaning they sold a lot.
Phew. Okay, that was 30 words.
It was quite a list.
So that wraps up our deep dive into these useful English words from the Oxford 5000. We've hit the definitions and lots of examples.
Yeah, hopefully seeing them used in different ways helps make them stick.
Definitely. We really encourage you to review these words. Maybe pick a few each day and try using them yourself. In conversation, in writing.
Absolutely. That active use is really what makes the difference. It boosts your understanding and, well, your confidence too.
So as you continue learning, maybe think about this. Which of these 30 words feels like it could be the most useful or maybe just the most interesting for you right now, where you are in your learning?
Good question to ponder. Keep exploring. Keep learning.